What is going on, guys? Sonic and the Bean Show here. Today we're looking at the brand new Hasbro Marvel Legends Cable figure from the Build-A-Figure Zabu Wave. Now I'm going to be honest, there's only one reason why I picked this figure up, and that is to add this guy to my Marvel vs. Capcom 2 collection. MVC2 is one of my favorite fighting games of all time. I played a lot of this in the arcades, and I still play it to this day on the PS2. It's actually the series that introduced me to the Marvel Universe when I was a kid, because I only knew more of the Capcom characters than I did with Marvel. But Cable was one of those characters that I was pretty good with, which is why I was very excited when they announced this figure with this design. Yeah, I'm really excited for this, but here's the front of the packaging. This is how you know I have not been up to date with a lot of Marvel Legends now, because it's no longer windowless. You know, we finally got the open window here with the figure, so I really like that they're bringing that back here. But you know, open window of the figure and then the accessories, and because this is a Build-A-Figure wave, he comes with that, which I'm just gonna be having right there, because I'm not really getting the whole set. Not much with the bottom, but this side shows Cable, which actually looks pretty cool. I like that artwork. And then, you know, here's the other side, and then here is the back right here. So we do get a description read right there to the side, and you know, of course, the other characters that's in this wave, and you know, the artwork right there, which is the same on the side. That's a really cool artwork. It's not really based off Marvel vs. Capcom 2. It's a lot different because of the, you know, you got the sleeveless arm right here, but that's pretty cool. I don't know why they use this artwork, honestly, when it doesn't really match the figure, but whatever. The point is, we are reviewing this Cable figure. Okay, so here it is out of the packaging right here. This is probably my favorite thing about this figure, and that is the head sculpt. This is a really nice looking head sculpt right here. I really like it. You can see like the energy, you know, coming out of his eye right here, which is actually sculpted on, you know, into the figure. The scar that's painted there, it's painted pretty nice, and it looks really good too. And then of course, you know, you got the 5 o'clock shadow going on there. You know, even the hair sculpt doesn't look too bad here, except for like where like this gap is between the face and then, you know, the hair right there. Because I don't know why mine like came like that, and I can't really seem to like, you know, try to at least, I don't know, fix it up a bit to, you know, try to put it together. But that's the only thing that's like bothering me. You know, overall the head sculpt does look really nice. The hair up here is a little soft. Like you can see, I can kind of like move it a little bit. You can see how I can like move it just a bit like that. And then this is also pretty soft too, the you know, the thing coming out of his eye right here, so you can move that just a little bit. But yeah, I really do like this head sculpt of Cable. Now as far as like how he is, you know, like his you know, how accurate he is in the game, everything seems pretty accurate to me, honestly. You know, I've looked at how he is. I mean I played the game multiple times to where I can tell, like, you know, what's accurate. But you know, even just from looking back at the artwork, everything seems pretty accurate to me, honestly. I think the only thing I'm not really a fan of is just the boots. So Cable has like the knee pads that's connected to his boots, but here, you know, the boots right here, they're molded plastic, but you know, here it's painted, and then the knee pads is here. It's not like the biggest deal for me, honestly, but I kind of wish like maybe if there was a way this whole thing was just a boot really, and not this being painted, and then if like maybe the knee pad was just there to make it look like it was over the shoe. I don't know if I'm like making the most sense here, but what I'm trying to say is like where this is painted at, I do wish like this, you know, this entire part was just the boot, but they still like had to cut here, just because the yellow paint is kind of distracting really, because it looks weird. But you know, it's not really like the biggest deal. It's just something I want to, you know, put out there. But you know, overall, I mean, that's pretty much the only thing negative I have really, is that like, you know, this just looks kind of weird. And what's also weird is that this arm has pins, but the knees and then like this arm right here doesn't, which is kind of weird. I mean, I don't really care about pins, honestly, but it's just kind of weird that like this just has pins and then the other ones are pinless really. So I don't know if this is like an old mold or so, or they just, I don't know, just forgot or whatever. I have no idea, but you know, that's just kind of weird that just has pins really. But like I said, everything else doesn't really seem too bad here. I think maybe if there was some shading around the blue and then, you know, the metallic arm right here, it probably would have brought it a lot more. Now, as far as the other parts, these are actually like a separate piece, so you can like move them around. You can actually, if I just take the the hand off, like you can actually, pop this off if you really want to. So yeah, these are a separate piece. Along with these, you can like, slide these down. They're gonna be like a little stiff though, but like, you can actually move these because you can see the cut right there, which, this thing does hide that. But yeah, you can, move this, and then these straps right here, you can move just a little bit, but you can see there is like a divot between here because that's, where the straps would be at. Alright, and now for the accessories. So you are getting 2 extra interchangeable hands right here. This right here is to hold his guns, and both of these have a vertical hinge. So that's pretty nice right there. So you get those, and then of course you get the guns right here. So you have this one right here, which has a double barrel, and then you have this one right here. This one kind of looks like a Nerf gun, honestly. The way, like just the way how like this piece, like this part looks right here. So yeah, you get these 2 right here, and then the last accessory you get is, of course, the leg for the Zabu figure. Since this is a Build-A-Figure wave. Honestly, if it wasn't for this piece, he probably would have came with like an an interchangeable head sculpt. Probably would have came with that, or maybe like that big gun that he used, like his special move in the game. That would have been really cool too. Kind of like similar to what they did with the retro Iron Man, where he came with the proton cannon. That would have been really cool to see actually. But yeah, those are pretty much the accessories that you're getting here with this figure. Now for the articulation. So the head is on a ball hinge, so you can have him look all the way up, which is nice, and then he can look all the way down just about there, which is also pretty good. Not much for any pivoting though on that ball peg, but you can get your rotation out of that head, which isn't too bad. For the shoulders, of course, they can move back and forth all the way around. We do get a hinge to the shoulder, which pretty much just wants to go just about horizontal, which isn't too bad. We do have a bicep rotation, double jointed pinless elbows, at least for this arm. Or actually, hold on, I didn't really get the other joint on the other one, but if I can, yeah, okay, so I think I got it this time. But you get that much range right there. And then for this arm, let me try how this one is. Yeah, so you get that much range right there. So there you go, not too bad right there. You do get a rotation to the wrist, and then you got our horizontal hinge for these wrists right here, as you can see. So you have that. And then for the torso, he can crunch forward just about here, and the straps don't really get in the way or anything like that, so I do like that. And then he can crunch back just about there. You only get a rotation here, and the belt is like a floaty piece, and it's pretty soft, so you can move that up a bit, and it doesn't really get in the way. I kind of just wish that this was just a ball peg instead, because you would have been able to probably do a lot more posing with him instead, because he can only just do the ab crunch and then just rotate. So that's just it about there. For the hips, he can kick forward pretty well. You get that much for him to kick forward, and then out to the side, not so much, just about there, but he can't really kick back as much either. We do have our upper thigh cut, double jointed pinless knees. You get that much range, and wow, that's actually really good. I was not expecting that. So you get that much range, and then of course we have our boot rotation. The ankles can go far back about there, far forward just about there, and then we do have our ankle rocker. So yeah, that's pretty much the articulation for Cable right there. Pretty standard. It's pretty good. I really do like it. He doesn't have butterfly joints, unfortunately, but I think the figure is still fine. He can pose around. Man, a ball peg to the lower torso would have been a lot better, rather than it just having like the waist turn and then the ab crunch being there. But overall, I mean, the figure does look really nice. Especially that head sculpt. I love the head sculpt on this guy. I think it looks amazing, and he's going to fit really well here for my Marvel vs. Capcom collection, because he was one that I really needed, at least based off of this design. Okay, and now for some comparisons, so you can see what I was trying to do here. We got Marvel, of course, and then Capcom over here, and holy crap, this is a sick display right here, and he actually fits in pretty well. I didn't really realize how tall Cable really is compared to everyone else, but yeah, he looks really nice with everyone. I'm just loving like this whole display right here. This looks sick. This is just amazing. I want to throw in some more figures, so I'm gonna I think I'm gonna move Wolverine here, and then I'll throw in Sabretooth right here. Might have to move it a little bit because he's pretty tall. I love this figure, by the way. I love that Sabretooth figure. He looks nice. And then I'm gonna take off Chun-Li, and I'm gonna throw in the Jada Toys Ken. So I'm just gonna slide him right here next to Captain Commando. Move him a little bit, and yeah, look at that. Yeah, so you know, again, Cable looks really nice with everyone here, and yeah, man, this display just looks insane. I'm loving everything. One day I need to do like an update, like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 collection, because I'm really good on the Marvel side, and for the Capcom side I have most of the Street Fighter characters, but obviously there's like characters that don't have figures, but it's starting to build up really. Like it really is, especially adding the Cable, and then not even too long ago on Sabretooth. Like it's definitely like getting up there. And the reason why I'm using the D-Arts Mega Man is because that one fits the art style more for Mega Man, of how he is in the game compared to the Jada one. Alright, so that is going to wrap up this review on the Hasbro Marvel Legends Cable from the Build-A-Figure Zabu Wave. I really do like this figure. I hate that the hairpiece isn't fully pegged into the head sculpt, but I'm sure there's a way to fix that by maybe heating it up. Other than the nitpicks I was addressing for this figure throughout the review, this Cable figure isn't too bad in my opinion. He'll definitely go great for your Marvel vs. Capcom collection, especially since for this figure that's the design they were going for. I honestly hope they do more though. There's still some characters I need to add, like Maro and Shuma. I hope one day they end up making them, but for now I'm happy I was able to acquire this figure, and I love the head sculpt and the guns that he comes with. However, let me know what are your thoughts on this in the comments down below. If you want to know where I got mine, I had mine pre-ordered through Amazon. As always, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Until then, take care, my friends.